What's up, everyone? Welcome back for another video. Thanks for joining me. I know it's been a while. Got some work to do on the car. Kind of not sure if it's worth it for me to do it or not, but little backstory. So if you saw by the little intro clip, rear tire on the car is flat. I filled it up with air. It was fine. Then it came out. It was flat. And then I filled it up with air. Again, it's kind of holding air. I think I know what the problem is, though. This valve stem right here is very loose. So if you listen, closely, you could hear some air leaking out when I move it like that. So I'm gonna try to fix it. So I actually looked up a couple videos on how to pop a bead off a tire. Reseating it doesn't seem like the problem. I do have an air compressor, but popping the bead off, probably not super hard to do, but I don't know if it's worth it for me to do it. So let me get the wheel off the car, give it a closer look, and just see. Maybe there's actually a nut on the top side of it that I could tighten, and I just can't see with the wheel on. Hopefully, fingers crossed on that one, but let's do it. So as we see, it's leaking from there. If I move the valve up, it leaks a lot more, obviously, because we were able to hear it, but it is leaking just sitting by itself there right now. So I'm gonna have to figure something out here. All right, I guess step one was finding the leak. Step two is letting all the air out of the tire. So let's do that. Got my little pressure tire filler thing here. Not actually filled up to the compressor. So once we do that, just lets air out. They do have things you could put on your valve to get the air out, but this is probably going to be a big pain in the ass. So as you see here, the first method that I'm trying is actually not the ideal one, using this like hockey puck, but you're just kind of using the weight of the car, trying to push down on the edge of the bead, trying to pop it off. And as you see, it doesn't really work. I'm giving a little bit of pressure with the pry bar, trying to help push it off. But like I said, it's not working. Sprayed it with some like lubricant and stuff like that. No dice. We're trying another method. I don't know if it's going to work with the rear wheel. Probably work on larger sidewall tire or not a summer tire. But I'm trying this one with the car jack. My setup right at the moment might not work since I have a hockey puck under it, giving it a little extra space, but we're gonna try it. Got it ratchet strapped down to the jack. We're just gonna give it a shot. We got the ratchet straps strapped around the bottom of the jack and the tire just to hold it to each other. This part of the jack, you're really just making sure you're not touching your rim. As you see, the tire jack thing did not work because there's not really enough sidewall to get a good bite with the jack, and it wasn't trying to destroy my tire. Before you yell at me in the comments, I did try to do the same thing, kind of using the weight of the car, but on the front wheel. The rear, there was like a dust shield around the brake, so I couldn't really get in there with a socket. So the other method is you put a socket kind of in the brake rotor, so there's a little slot in the brake rotor between the front and the rear of the rotor. You put the socket right at the edge of the wheel and your tire where it meets. You let the weight of your car down on it and it's supposed to pop the bead. Obviously that did not work because once again, summer tires, low profile, no bueno. All right, and we are back. This is about a week later from the other clips of me trying to debead the tire. So I wound up taking it to a place with the tire machine to get the bead popped on my wheel, and they were having a little trouble using the machine, which just I guess validates myself a little bit that me having trouble wasn't just me doing it wrong, which I mean I probably was, but it was just a harder tire to pop the bead off. So I'm going to show you where we're at in a second. So we popped the bead off. The reason why this is a week later is because the valve stem on the wheel itself was no good. Well, the valve stem is fine, but the whatchamacallit, the gasket on the valve stem. So this is where I'm at right now. Got the new one in the mail. So this one right here was ordered from 3-Piece USA. That's where I got this from. So this is going to be the new one that's going to go on just this one wheel. If this doesn't fit, I'm just going to use these gaskets off of it. This was about $4.50 or something shipped. Like, it was pretty cheap. So this is what's going to go on here. This is where I'm at right now. Got this clamped down as far as possible. I should have enough space to get on there with a wrench right now. So get you some more light here. Got some just clamps, clamping that down because we didn't reset the bead because I had to fix this anyway. So that's where it is right now. And as you see, we're just, that is with it tightened down all the way. It's just the gaskets are bad. So I don't know if it is necessary to reseat the bead, taking out the little valve stem to get, I don't know if that forces more air into it to let the bead reset or whatever. I don't have a little tool for that, so we're gonna hope it just pops with the valve stem end. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to run to the store to get a little tool for that.
So obviously this is just the process of me removing the old one with the wrenches, and then it's also just installing the new one with an Allen key. So the old ones came off with a wrench. I don't know if it was a 13 millimeter. Does it really matter? I don't know. Then the new one went in with an Allen key, and it's just kind of getting like a little bit of a quarter turn at a time because the tire's in the way, but we got it done. No big deal. All right, so now it's time to reset the bead. So obviously take the clamps off, pull the tire up. I think I even spray it down with some soapy water just to get the stuff moving, and then we're gonna fill it up with some air.
Jesus. Nearly shit myself. So far so good. Let's just go fill up the other tires with some air, make sure they're full, and then put this back on. So here we are. This is about another week or maybe even more later than the other clips because I originally was going to make a video, then I wasn't going to make a video, and now I'm making a video on it. We got it done. Just not a very annoying process, but a little bit of an annoying process just because things took so long for some things so simple. Just basically waiting on things getting shipped. But other than that, it really was kind of painless. Not something I do often, but go to other people for help for things on my car because I don't really trust people. But this time I went to a place that I actually trusted to assist with it. Not like the people that mounted the tires the first time that did the two of them backwards and then damaged them, like the whole saga of that. If you want to hear about that video, go check that one out. It's one of the past ones about like the tire shop screwed me or something like that. Not a big deal. Everything's fine with that one now. But fixing the valve stem. So valve stem was a pretty simple job. Tried a couple different methods to do it at home first, and obviously it didn't work. Probably with the larger sidewall tire or like off-roady tire, it would probably be a lot easier to pop the bead, but given the setup, didn't really want to pop. No big deal, we got it done. So if you learned anything or found it entertaining or anything like that, just use the affiliate links down below for Amazon. So I'm gonna add a couple things that you may want to use to assist yourself with tire stuff, I guess. Use those links down below to help the channel out. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, we got a new vehicle over here, but we'll probably we're gonna make a full separate video about that. So be sure to subscribe. I don't know what we're gonna do with that one yet, but hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.